to Jumping the Turnstile. I'm Jezbot. I almost forgot what the show was called.
Oh, did you? It's been that long.
It has been.
I'm Timmy Taco.
And I'm Sean Enough.
Welcome back. It's good, so good to see your smiling faces again, especially you, Sean, because I don't get to see it enough.
Oh, that's right. A lot of people say that.
I thought you said it's no good to see you.
The snowed in.
Snowed in?
Yes.
Is that because of winter warmers?
You son of a gun. Yeah, because Tim goes.
No, well, I want the listeners to tell us how many winter warmers we've actually done, because it feels like every time you spit a winter warmer title at me, it feels like winter warmers 7. It hasn't been that many winters.
Here's the rub: we've been doing this for 6 years.
Is it though?
Well. 2016. You do the math. It's not 6 years, but
2, 3.
How many winters are there a year?
Just the one.
One at the start, one at the end.
So that's
feels
two,
like that.
2 winters. But no, I think we've only done 3, maybe 4 winter warmers. And I'll tell you what, it's we're breaking through the winter warmer. We kind of missed the boat, so this won't be a winter warmers.
No. That's just my way of teasing you, mate.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Because I try to come up with a topic, and
we
could just
we had a bit of rain today, really heavy drops.
Yes, apparently it's going to be the coldest day tomorrow. By the time this drops, it's probably going to be summer. But
it's probably going to be yesterday.
Yeah.
Is it really?
They're saying
going to be
it's
cold
bloody
tomorrow?
cold tomorrow.
Chris.
Is it?
Got a bloody day off, and I think I'm just going to sit around next to the fire.
Bit of an Arctic blast.
That's what I do. An Arctic blast every winter morning.
Do you get the blast off the bay?
Yeah.
Does that hit you?
Yeah. Or when you get the southwesterlies or the southerlies.
So is it fair to say that the water's pretty cold out there? Do you reckon that makes your particular suburb colder? Just having the water around? So say science.
It does. It depends on the time of year. It actually can assist in keeping things warmer. Because the water temperature is more stable than the land temperature.
Oh, gotcha.
Correct. All right, it all checks out.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed, like when I used to work on mountains, and I'd be working away out on the mountain at 8 o'clock in the morning on my own, and it'd be freezing cold. It'd be below zero, but I'd be working away in a t-shirt, and I'd come down to sea level, and it'd be like 16 odd degrees, and it'd feel heaps colder.
Strange.
I think.
And what about, because when you come off the
content.
mountain, isn't a 10 an actual 7? A city 7? That's only when you come down the
I
mountain.
think we're just doing old winter warmers now.
We are we? No. Well, look, one thing that sprung to my mind, forget winter warmers.
Good.
But,
it's already forgotten.
But the one thing that does happen when it gets colder is it's harder to dry your clothes, right? So I've got clothes horse.
Yes, here
your
we
whole
go.
fucking house
It's
turns
full.
into a bloody laundrette.
Yes.
Right? And you've got that half wet, half dry
Smelly
kind of-
smell.
Yeah.
And what do they say about kids? I know that.
If you got the heating system on, you put the wet clothes in front of the heater. You shouldn't have it in the room while they're sleeping because you can cause a little bit of the old respiratory problem. We know that's a big problem.
It's really funny that you mentioned that because I am aware of obviously aware of the smell of post-wash smell. But a couple of years ago, and I was like, living this a bachelor-like lifestyle, and I found it like a life hack. Instant sophistication. You just do a load of washing and then put it out to dry in front of the heater in your lounge room, and your whole house smells like domesticated wonder.
Get yourself a can of Glen 20, mate.
Oh yeah,
no, but it's a different smell. I remember this smell from a family friend, and they have a particular type of washing powder, or maybe it's the what do you do after washing?
Oh, the softener.
The softener.
Yeah.
The
You
softener
could always
has a smell.
Smell a softener household.
Oh, here's bloody Ness with what's this?
Vanessa's bought us in a
sixer
6-pack
of,
and a bottle opener.
Of
Thanks.
Asahi.
Thanks, sweetheart.
Lovely.
Say hello. Hi. Thank you.
Exactly.
Thanks, Ness.
So that's the smell of maturity, is it?
Well, but one thing I noticed that I enjoyed the smell. I thought this is such a lovely homely smell, and it's like the baked cookies kind of a thing.
Okay, so can we merge those two? Is there can we get
a vaporizer that smells like
baked
babies
cookies
and fabric
freshly
softener.
washing machined cookies?
laundry? Yeah.
There you go. Put the cookies in the Omo.
Omo.
But I read something in relation to this recently that said that they put chemicals in the detergents that particularly men get addicted to, and it feminizes them over time.
Now, is that the taste of umami?
Then maybe that is.
I'm going to keep bringing that
I
around.
don't know. I thought that's a bit far-fetched, but I was like, I definitely do have a soft spot for that smell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. And so, and the same kind of thing, and when you discover that it's actually taken effect is when you put your barbecue apron on with the tits on, and you're looking down and you touch them going, yeah, this feels right. Yeah, kind of like that. That's when you go, maybe I should time to switch fabric softeners.
Yeah, but anyway, so you're saying that...
You're saying fabric softeners soften up men, do
It's
they?
a gateway smell.
It's a gateway smell. That's right.
Okay.
That's right. A domesticated gateway smell. Now, you like to dry your clothes on the clothes horse, you were saying.
I got up to 4 and 5 and 6 loads. Like, I just let it...
In one day.
Yeah, I'll just let it slip, mate. I'll let it slip. But remember, there's 4 of us.
Yep. Hey, dude, Cassie did, on the day you were washing, she did 5 as well.
Well, there's only 2 of you, so that's gross.
It's pretty gross, but we are...
That's on you.
We rinse towels. Towels are our thing.
Oh, you
so
rinse
it's only
and
a
drum.
once. She uses two a time.
Yeah. See, I've noticed that. Audrey's a toweler.
A 2-toweler.
A 2-toweler.
You're a towel.
You're a towel. So I decided, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to separate me my shrinkables from me dryables and go over to the old laundrette across the road, bung $8 or $9 in there, walk away for an hour. My clothes are dry.
Yeah.
I can literally fit like 5 loads into this massive dryer.
That's maturity.
Yeah.
That's maturity right there, right? Drop it over, think about it, set an alarm, go back. Now, I didn't set an alarm, and I went about half an hour over me allotted coin time, right? So I put my coins in, it's giving me a tight 45 or 45 to an hour. By the time I got over there, it had been a little bit longer, but every single solitary one this is when I went back to get my stuff. Every one of the 14 dryers were empty, except for the one where I had my stuff, and it was on, and it was going.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, that's fucking weird. I'm just an extra half an hour, mate. It's like extra time. What's going on? How much money did I fucking put in that fucking thing?
Yeah.
Free credits. We always love free credits going up.
Who doesn't?
At the old arcade.
Does the clicker work on a...
I don't know.
Tilt industrial dryer?
I don't
That's a
know.
good question.
Get free
Did
credits?
you ever do that with the static thing?
Yeah, I remember it
On the
vaguely.
pennies?
The pennies,
If
yeah.
you don't know what we're talking about, you used to go down to the penny arcade or the what do you call them? the
Time zone.
The pennies.
Time zone, yeah.
And then you get your clicker and you click.
It's the thing. It's the
electric
sparker
lighter,
that used to start the hot water system. So when they put the hot water systems out for hard rubbish collection, and you go in, you rip out the clicker that sparks.
The igniter, yeah.
You chuck that in the coin slot.
You stick that into the coin slot. And
Sometimes it gives you credits.
Sometimes.
So I go over there, and there's nothing but my one still going. Everything's empty. So I open it up, have a little look-see. I'm like, I don't remember owning bloody leopard undies. And a leopard onesie. And a leopard ears. No. And like...
That's the leopard load.
I will say this, that what I learned from this particular experience is that we all have the exact same looking wash when it goes in a dryer. If you looked at a dryer, any standardized dryer,
All colours run in the wash, mate.
yeah, so it's not so much.
Good. That's good.
Is it?
There's something there.
Yeah.
We're all wet. We're all wet,
Somehow-
soggy towels. in
we're
the
just
end.
wet. You're a wet soggy towel.
You are.
But I just found like I had to do the double take. Is that my soccos because they look like Kmart socks? Is that my undies because they look like Kmart undies? That kind of business. And I figured pretty quickly that it wasn't my gear.
Yeah, right.
And I'm thinking where the bloody hell is it? Because there's nowhere to be seen.
Who steals another man's undies?
Yeah.
What's up with that?
I would have thought that somebody's come in and gone. I think that I'll just go down and pick up my washing for me. It's in the third one along when it was really the fourth one along. and they took mine. I was thinking, oh, someone's going to get back and just go, this is not my gear. So I don't know what's happening with it. So I called Vanessa and I'm going, you're never going to believe this. Some cunt's taking all our fucking clothes, mate. Like 7 loads. It's now 7 loads. And then you start going through, what did I lose? It was my Boosty Boys t-shirt in there. It's, like whatever. And it's nowhere to be found. And I look around and my clothes have been jammed into one of the little, like a pigeonhole area.
Yeah.
Like cupboards. Been jammed into there. So someone's gone in, seen my washing that's in there, and the only one in there, and gone, that's my spot.
Yeah.
I have to have that dryer.
Full OCD.
I reckon, yeah?
Use the
is that what you reckon it is?
Machine.
Because, like, while I was hanging around, it was like another 4 minutes left, so I knew the guy was going to come back. I knew it was Guy, based on his briefs. And
all the stain or the skid marks.
yeah, badly washed clothes. And Sean Enough, young lad comes in and he sits down, and I can see him sort of look over and notice that it's me that's taking the stuff that he took out. He acted a bit weird, but I'd honestly thought that somebody had taken my gear.
Yeah.
It's an unheard of.
Well, it's
thing.
very strange. Well,
not unheard of.
I've got a few questions.
It is
you go
unheard
first,
of. Nah,
mate.
I've never heard of it.
People steal clothes out of laundromats.
Do they really?
Yeah, it's not unheard of. I've heard of it.
Is this
That proves it right there.
okay?
And this
so
is
this
a science and technology.
Okay, is this
podcast,
so back in the 80s, things start off at really early stages. We had Pong, and now we've got fucking
3D holograms. Yeah,
sure. Right. So is laundromat theft
Yes,
the evolution of clotheslining?
definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You
Now, clotheslining used to be when you'd sneak out of your house and looking for mischief and vandalism to do. And you would, one of the crew,
Would spot a flanny on the clothesline. That's my flanny.
now, I've got to tell you, with the clotheslining, I never did it.
No.
Okay, it was one of the mugs that wasn't even a part of our crew. And we could even name names. His name was...
Heels gum.
Doesn't matter. I think they didn't have a lot of coin, and clotheslining was their way of having clothes.
Yeah, right.
I think it was more out of desperation.
Yeah, okay.
Because they were brothers, and they were already at 15 living by themselves, So it was like, this is how we get our clothes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they made it a sneak out game, but it was actually, let's go shopping.
Shopping.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Another Kmart t-shirt, another Kmart undies.
That's just the way of the world, isn't it?
I just is it this generation that he thinks he's so OCD that he had to have that particular dryer when there's 14 others to choose from? That's what I don't understand.
Yeah. Who understands people these days?
I don't.
It could be
That's kind of what I'm getting at.
you're in the wrong.
Do you think?
Hear me out. What if this OC, you call it OCD, this guy, what if he's just nice and he was bored and you think he's taken your dryer, but it was actually the one next to it and you can't remember which one you put in?
Yeah.
Put it all in, and so he's just going, I'll just take all this guy's clothes out and
and
I'll put
hide
it
it over here in this square.
pigeonhole.
Yeah, but the idea is you're supposed to leave the door shut till you take them out, because as soon as oxygen gets in there,
Here we go.
and mixes with the dampness, then you start to get the mold aspect. A pile of wet clothes. This is like with front loaders. Doesn't work with top loaders.
Confucius say a pile of wet
But a
clothes.
front loader with the sealed door, you can leave your washing in there like for the afternoon until you take it out. But if you open the
true
door
story.
and then still leave the washing sitting in there, it'll get smelly.
It's true
Okay,
story,
this is
yeah,
white goods with Sean Enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like the explanation is like I don't bother really trying to explain where people are coming from with things these days, because I don't have a bloody clue. But it just seems like obsessive compulsive behavior, or like is like the Rain Man, like autistic, and it's just
Or
like,
is it everyone's on edge?
Yeah, it's definitely the fifth one. Definitely the fifth. Yep, definitely
you
the
know, or
fifth.
he's a gambler. You know, last time we used that machine, he won big on the dogs.
Oh,
Yeah,
doggo.
the dish lickers.
He's going back to the dogs. Maybe it's Trevor.
Yeah, yeah, Trev, or maybe it's a young Trev, and this is the kind of this is how they start out, and then they become the rock throwing hermit that Trevor inevitably became.
Neighbourhood nuisance is the thing we call them. Yeah,
Yeah, just basic nuisancery.
Yeah, but it starts out like, yeah, g'day mate, you left your wallet out in your car. I thought I'd bring it in for you. Oh, thanks, Trev. Yeah, no worries. And then before you know it, he's fucking looking through your gate, going, just wondering if you're home, so I can come in and have a look around. You know, he becomes the nuisance. It starts out like he's helping out. Like he's looking out for the area,
Yeah.
But then you find he's like, oh, I'm keeping a good eye out. But then you find out he's just staking you out.
This is the problem with
Yeah.
Trevor. And
He's keeping an eye out for when we come and go.
Yeah, that's right.
He's
It's sort
casing the joint is what we call
Casing
It's
it.
a little Trojan horse, a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Well, this is exactly what I was going to say. That you had good boundaries with Trevor back in the day. He was just a nuisance that would come and go, hey, there you go, yeah, blah, blah, blah. As soon as you got cornered into inviting him to that party, that house party here,
I felt bad.
Yep.
all right, that was the boundaries crossed. And then we inevitably had to reject him.
Well, we didn't. He ended up leaving. But
Now
what
there's
happened
a
is there was
vendetta.
there was what Ads was like. Who is this cunt? And he goes, do you want this guy gone? I'm like, no, he's cool, man. He's cool, man. This is before he became officially podcast Trevor. And Ads just had the gate. The gate was slightly open. He kind of walked out there for a bit, and Ads just gone and closed the gate, locked it, so he couldn't come back in. So we kind of kicked him out.
Yeah,
but
and that's probably why he likes stealing you.
that's probably
Lawn
why
mowers
Ads
and
It's
Right.
like these sort of scenarios are best probably tended to earlier rather than later. As you can see, they're harder to reverse once the behaviour is sort of instated. You know, you got to keep them at arm's length, kind of like a tyrannical government.
Yeah, always at arm's length.
Exactly.
Never at neck's length.
No, or baton.
Well, you know, you give them an inch and they take a mile. This is the point.
Yeah,
you know?
right. Yeah.
And like you said, you had an agreement with Trevor, just like we have a constitution. And once you start sort of diluting that agreement, you start getting into territory where, while it might be polite, it ends up being quite difficult to to attend to that how it might be corrupting.
Yeah.
The relationship.
The damage that you're causing.
Corroding, yeah.
Corroding's the word, yes.
Always
yes.
eroding.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the good thing about, rust and corrosion is that you eventually break down to your original materials or your minerals.
Oh, yeah.
A rusted screen will rust away back
nothing.
into iron ore. And you can actually...
Iron or what?
Iron ore.
Or gold, perhaps.
And I think there's something in that for all of us.
There is, isn't there?
Yeah, so stealing, washing, no good.
I don't
Public
know.
nuisances.
Well, but I'm doing it to myself, right? If I go use the public facilities, I'm leaving myself open for.
I thought it locked though, dude. So it's because you waited the extra 15 that it just unlocks.
No,
after
you can
15.
check it and have a bit of a squidgery do and see if your clothes are dry.
What's stopping me from just, as you said,
Nothing.
clothes stealing?
Nothing. Oh, I guess the cameras.
Yeah.
We're all wearing masks, mate.
The goodness of society. You know, this is a window into the future of a completely shared society here.
Okay, here we go. Communism again. Yep.
You know, this is what Klaus Schwab of the World Economic Forum's on about.
Yeah,
By
like you said,
2030, you
it's
will
easy
own
for you to
nothing
say.
and you will be happy.
Yeah.
Eat both.
yeah.
Well, and they will own everything and
They'll be happy.
and they'll be miserable. How's this work?
I don't know how that works. Yeah, it works. They've worked that out.
But yeah, like this is the whole thing that we share very little at the moment. We share potentially dryers and washing machines and scooters and
I mean, I think it's almost like when you're leaving yourself open for damage. Like you drive your car around, you go to a car park, someone could open their door on it, push a trolley into it.
I guess the
So we're
point
leaving
is
it.
there is like it doesn't matter because it's not your car. Can you imagine how fucked everything would be in the long run? Like if you know, like it's all well to think that everybody's going to have the best intentions, but everybody like prides their own stuff, and when it comes to public stuff, they just trash it. Imagine if everything was public, it'd just be like there's the thing with your car.
It's not going to work.
You know, like you'd be quite concerned about it if it was your car, but if it wasn't your car, like you probably wouldn't.
I think oh, here we go. It is communism again. But I think as soon as you disenfranchise the majority of a population, they don't want to contribute, and then everything is, you know, park benches and public toilets become their way of expressing themselves through either shitting and pissing and not cleaning up like at a public toilet, and, because you know, I just think if everyone was happy,
that's the statement. That's the statement.
That's the statement.
Yeah,
That's the
that
statement.
comes. That's also like poverty, like lack of opportunities to express themselves.
Yeah, and there's no time to express yourself like
Now.
right
Like right now.
now. Express yourself.
Express yourself. Well,
Very good. So I think we've covered washing machine talk
yeah.
pretty thoroughly.
I just think it's a bit of an eye opener, you know. The shops that are in your area attract a certain element. So you got your TAB.
Oh yeah, the
You've got
TAB.
your bottle shop.
Yeah.
Now you've got your laundromat. That's attracting clothes thieves.
But it's the same thing like that an ice cream shop attracts like
fatties.
unhealthy people.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
was going to say.
See, there's a Cold Rock. I don't mind calling them out across the road where they get regular everyday cheap ice cream and jam, regular everyday cheap lollies into it, and charge not so regular shitloads of cash. And I don't know if I want treaties and bits in my ice cream.
No.
I agree.
I'm a smooth. Like I'm a smooth stirrer.
The lollies, the jubes go hard. The jelly beans go like break teeth.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
rhyme or reason to put a good bag of mixed lolly party mix into
No.
cold.
Because you struggle with a room temperature Mentos.
Oh, Mentos will break my jaw up. Like I'll lose teeth. I had a
user-friendly
dream.
experience.
I had a dream last night again,
Yeah.
but it wasn't all the teeth leaving the mouth. It was just the one horseshoe one. It was like a horse's tooth, and it was like I think it was like one of my last ones, and I was like it was getting a little bit wiggly, so I decided to twist and turn, and by the time it came out, it was like 4 foot long.
Jesus.
Been having those dreams where even my tongue, I'll pull out the tongue, and it's like too big, and I'll take the layer off the tongue and throw the tongue. I've been throwing my tongue away.
Okay, so all right, so can we analyse
In
him?
me dreams.
Can we analyse him, not
Go for it.
analyse? Is that because you're stifled? You're not being able to speak your truth. You're having to it's literally you need to pull the words out. It's like my tongue's out because you're sticking your tongue out to society and going blah, 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 na 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 na, right? I've got my tongue out and I'm doing the old antlers with me.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So you're doing that, and then you're not getting to say what you need to say, but what you need to say is raw and open and
Well, under this tongue,
mouthy.
I have another tongue because I'm never like tongueless in the dream. I spit the tongue out.
two tongues.
I'm a
Timmy
I'm a-
two
I'm a
tongues.
Jesse two tongue.
Yeah. Maybe you're trying to shed yourself from your attachment to the tongue. Maybe you talk too much.
Oh, wow.
Maybe you
Fair
identify
enough.
with the voice too much, and there's something in your shadow that's trying to detach you from the ego of speech.
I fucking dig it, man.
Oh, look out!
I got okay.
I dig it.
Well, anyways, it
It's
wasn't.
often the people that know you the least that have the most insight.
Oh, well, that's wow. He hit you both on both cheeks. Then
See what I did? See what I did there?
what about my dream? Analyze
Sean.
analyze
Yeah, Sean.
my dreams.
I love you, mate.
Oh no, I love you too. I love you both. I
Great.
love you all.
I love you too. I love you too. I love the listeners, and I love my dream that I had the other night. I dreamt that I mostly dreamt that I was married to a dog, a guide dog. Gave me really good hugs.
Okay, well, let's break that one down.
Could you break that down?
Easily.
And
No, well, the thing I distinctly remembered about it is I was definitely married to this dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know, I can tell by the way you just said that it genuinely gave you good hugs.
It genuinely
That was
gave me
a
good
real
hugs.
dream.
But what
That
I
was a
remember
real
about
fucking
it,
dream.
Yeah.
so if I
Sure.
had to relate to it, you know how the dog in the Muppets that plays the piano,
Ralph, yeah.
Ralph the dog, he was kind of like that in a way. Like
Huggable.
he had like one hand was Jim Henson's and the other hand was Frank Oz.
And his busy hands.
Busy hands.
Tinkling the ivories. Is
But
what,
that's all I remember about it. I don't remember anything else. I just remember that I was married to this dog. It was a guide dog, and it was able to hug me with two of its dog arms. Go.
Well.
That's tough.
I think that one is guided. You're being guided by a dog.
Guided, yeah, I'm guided.
Guided dog. Well, I'll bring my dog dream in and see if we can reverse engineer it because I've got dogs.
Okay, yeah.
I had a dog dream last night where my Floyd gets picked up and eaten by a lion.
Okay.
Right. Picks him up. The lion picks him up and he's got because he's tiny and he thinks he's bigger than he is. He thinks he's the size of the lion.
He does.
And he tried to attack the lion. I'm going, no, you dickhead. And then this lion grabs him. And
Okay.
like goes,
You're Floyd. You're Floyd. Right?
yeah, right.
And then you want to stand up to the lion, the king of the jungle, right? The master of the savannah,
domain.
the savannah. Where do lions?
No, you're right on that.
Okay. So you're going with you're having a dream where you can't speak. You can't speak. So you're a fighter. So in the next dream, when you're a dog, it's like back to your carnal instincts. Right, and then you're trying to fight the lion. The lion is symbolic of the establishment.
But the lion picked Floyd up and will say, me.
Oh well, it's tearing you apart, mate. It's tearing you apart.
Hey,
you're fighting the fight, but it's tearing you apart.
Hey, look, but when I inspected the Floydie after he'd been in the lion's mouth,
It was fine.
no marks on it. Sean.
Yeah, and you know why?
See, I'm going to break this
completely
down
fine.
for you
Go.
right here.
Go.
I think, now I don't say that I think, but I say let's speculate. Let's speculate that that you possibly have some friends, some family at the moment that might be trying to stand up against this lion, like Timmy said, maybe an establishment, a giant lion, something that, and you're viewing it from, like a bystander, and you see these friends and family like chihuahuas in the face of the lion, and you're scared for them. You're like, no, there's no way you can possibly take
Down.
on this fight.
Like a David and Goliath.
No.
It's a David
Sit,
and
boy,
It's a
sit.
Goliath. Don't, and you're trying to save. You're concerned and you're trying to save him, but he went and fought the lion, and he was fine.
Yeah,
came out a
so
champion.
is that saying face the
the
aggressors and you'll survive without a scratch?
You've been told there, yeah. Like,
been told.
whatever it is that you fear, it is telling you that it is only fear.
Yes.
It's not fear. The reality is that the small
And
thing.
you're right. Yeah, because you're right. Because the Floyd is such a small little guy. He's just a little dog, but he's got so much fight in him.
That's right.
He's bigger than I am.
Okay.
He's bigger than I am.
And you care about him. He's
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't go that.
Oh well, let's take one step back. My wife, the dog, gives really nice hugs. So
that's right. And she has a job, like a guide dog.
Guide dog has a job.
she's guiding me through.
And she's guiding you, giving
But
you lots of
you
guidance.
don't think we're not saying here that your wife is a dog.
No, but it's
We're not
like
going down that.
no. But if you say dog, like if I had to look deep into my subconscious, I would say
Loyalty factors
loyalty, right?
off the charts.
Yes,
Off the charts.
the dogs are loyal.
Man's best friend.
And they look after you.
Yep,
And
short brown hair.
they're consistent.
Lick
Dogs
your
are
face.
Consistent. Lick me face. Yeah.
Hump your leg.
so to speak.
So to speak. Yeah.
Maybe he was humping me, and that's why it was a hug. Maybe it was.
But maybe that's all you need.
he.
is-
Did I say he?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was
All
a
you
dog,
need
so.
is a smart dog, which is the guide dog, because you got to be emotionally like fully
stable.
in
There's those
no,
dogs.
but in tune, like
Yeah,
with
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
They've
Yeah,
got to know what the blinker means.
Well,
on
I'd
the-
liken a guide dog to like a Bubbles chimpanzee. So, a chimpanzee smokes cigars and he's a good companion.
No, he's
No.
more of a take to the club. You only
Show
want to
off.
see a chimpanzee a couple times a week, a month maybe.
I would have thought if I had a monkey, a chimpanzee, we would have been best buddies, and he would have come fucking everywhere with me.
Every
It's all right. Yeah, I know it would though. He'd follow you everywhere.
We can't go on holidays anymore.
They do wear nappies.
They got to wear nappies. They could just attack someone and rip. And do you know what chimpanzees go for first? Your nose, your
34
lips.
grand.
Yeah, 34 grand.
I'll get you one.
Your lips.
He might already be cooked though. It's like a Heston meal or something, isn't it? Like Taste of the Jungle.
Oh, the hair really tastes like hair.
Now, to emulate this gorilla's dick, we're going to use a banana. Now, okay. Have you got, like, if you had to go, bang, recall a dream right now, like
No, I can't.
the latest and the greatest,
Oh, I've
the
had
furthest and the worstest?
random dreams lately, but I can't. I don't know. I can't remember.
I go
That's interesting.
into like honk and then boom straight into the dream. And I said on the last
same.
week's episode that I've been, instead of falling asleep to Netflix, I've been listening to soundscapes like ocean crashing waves,
Calm Blue Ocean. Calm Blue Ocean.
jungle scenes, like. And that played last night. It played for hours. It's like 10-hour videos.
Okay, does that just set the scene for where the regular weird dreams happen?
Sets the scene for your brain.
Okay, but I'm saying like now you go, oh, it's calm blue ocean, and then it turns into this ocean dream, and
Well, if you like enough, if you're good enough like that, because then I'd just be listening to space sounds, and then every dream would be in space. You know what I mean? Like, and I struggle to get to space in my dreams. Only a few times I've managed to.
So if you play the Superman theme on loop, would you have a flying dream?
Hope so.
Speaking of ocean, like I've always got ocean scenes in my dreams. Really strange things, like I'll be walking on the beach and the waves will be going backwards. Something peculiar.
That's excellent.
But I also I've lots of like flying.
Oh,
like
wait.
not flying like I'm flying. Like I'll be in a bloody plane and there's the notion like there's a door open or something. There's like this always this, and it's never like you're gonna fall to
a
your-
nice run.
No, it's never a nice run. No.
No,
Hey,
But
can I just say that waves do go backwards?
Yeah, but you know it's when you see it in a dream, it's like
Oh,
That's
that's
going-
going the wrong way.
weird. I don't know. Sort of-
But
not like not in reverse, like forming backwards.
Yes, I
or
get it.
like
I get it.
sideways, or even just weird.
But you do live
Yeah.
by the seaside.
Yeah.
yeah, I say.
And you are the
Viking.
skinboard champion.
That's right,
of
the
the
original
peninsula.
skimboard champion of the peninsula. But I guess it's only
That's what
natural
they
and
said.
mountains. So like I'm a lot of like ocean, sky, and mountains. It's just
Okay,
like
so
a
you're
big
so
thing.
let's just give a broad thing. You're connected to your environment. You're connected to your space. Right? You're saying to me that your dreams are earth tones.
Yeah,
You know
it's,
what I
it's
mean?
always quite wild. Like I'll be like driving up a mountain, but it's always like with quite steep edges or something. You know, like it's very
Yeah. See, me, I'm more like I wouldn't be climbing a mountain. I'll be on a roller coaster and I'm hanging off the back. Or something like that.
yeah.
Going, fuck.
Yeah, fuck, just
Gotta fucking
I've got in my dreams.
rides are about 35 seconds max.
My dreams, I'm like got the worst fear of heights in the dreams. Like
Yeah.
I'll be out on a ledge, hanging onto a pole.
Oh,
and
yeah, yeah.
Oh, and then the panic sets in. I love those ones.
And then how do you think you deal with it
I end up having to let go,
and exit the dream?
I let go, and nothing ever happens. And then
Okay.
as you're falling down, you go, "No, you'll be right. This is a dream."
Okay,
Yeah.
just like the dog survives the lion.
I'm in control of the dreams at the moment.
Okay.
Because I'm going to bed very, very early.
Yeah,
that's the best way. It's the best way.
Is it though?
It cuts out half the day.
Yeah, but then by about 5:30, you're thinking about going home for sleep.
Yeah.
And you're falling asleep.
I cannot wait to go home.
You're a robot. You're a robot.
I'm turning into a computer. I really am.
Computer.
I won't tell you what my new job is yet. I'll reveal it next week.
No, you won't. No. What I wanted to say about that is that you've always pushed me a little bit on the podcast to tell us about a gig, tell us about a DJ thing, right? And no. I'm not saying.
You tested me?
No, I'm not. But I'm just saying that
I'll go there.
when you have to talk about the thing that you do,
you
don't want to know about it.
No. Well, you actually taught me, Tim. You gave me some great advice last week.
I said, shut the fuck up.
6 weeks ago, you said, shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah. Basically, because I was telling you about work. And I'm not the kind of guy that talks about work. You got your 4x2s, you got your 2x4s, you got your 6x8s, and you got your 9x12s.
Yeah.
And never the twine shall meet.
Yeah.
But I don't like bringing it home. Cass and I have a strict policy. You get it off your chest, and then you're done. Stop talking about it.
He's talking about her bra.
And you were
get
saying,
it off your chest.
You were saying,
and
then we're done. But you were saying, you let me vent, and you went, no one likes hearing this shit, man.
No. No, I said what I actually said was...
It was great advice. I thought
go over to your wife and apologise for never listening to how her day went, ever. Because that's what she's doing to you right now. She's going, I don't know who Gary is.
No.
You know? And then Cheryl came in and she's like... Where's the PEU of this code number?
You don't know work.
And the code...
You don't even have a shtick on it.
I don't even want to. Do you know
Where's
what,
that Penske report?
It'll be on your desk in the morning, I guarantee it. And I'll just quickly Google Penske. Yeah. I still have no idea. There was a stage when I was at... I did theatre technology... in TAFE after year 12. And there's a point where the guy that I met in the class playing guitar, we spent a lot of time in his shed jamming, and that's where I really explored music a little bit more. And we're sort of because we're in the stage mind, being in that course together, we wagged a lot. We're concentrating more on the band stage kind of vibe and how to get that going. And then I came back to one of the classes and sat in the class, and the teacher was doing the old right, and then all the students were contributing they had taken in the year's information,
and they sound
I had fucking they sound like and then I was like, Tim, what do you think? Why don't you contribute to this conversation? And I felt like, first of all, I felt like I'd wasted the whole fucking year, which I clearly had. Yeah. But I was sitting there going...
You wasted that year when you did stage management.
No. But I was
thinking... you signed up to the course, you'd wasted a year.
But you know what I've done? I've
done the rest of your life trying to justify
I've done nothing but use the skills that I learned in that course to apply to what I do, but in a different kind of way.
Yeah.
But the short story is that I was just sitting there going, I don't think I can be in this industry. Not really... being able to connect to the TAFE quote unquote course. How am I going to survive in the real world? Same sort of thing happened with the animation, where it turned into very quickly turned into coordinates, pixel ratios, mathematics, physics, all this kind of shit. And the dude next to me was going, and I was sitting there going, he's going.
And you're going...
I'm going, hey, Soren. Zoran, can you do my project for me, man? I'm fucking
Fucked.
I don't know what's going on. And I just, and I had that angst where if I was put into the industry,
You'd be screwed. But I
Did
tell
you
you
lie
what,
in the
I tell you what it was,
resumes?
man.
Yeah.
You can only lie so far.
well, I could say I've done the course,
You'll
and
get
I go,
found
okay,
out.
what did you learn? I'll go, fucking nothing. I was in the bloody thing.
Unfortunately,
playing
with
guitar all the time.
your course, you're bloody, like, it was just the cusp of tape to digital.
Yeah.
You actually had a digital tape camera.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
all that information you paid for, that whole course,
It's
becomes
obsolete.
null and void.
Yeah,
The
it's
second they
obsolete.
come out with Word, or what is it, a Bandcamp, or what's
Whatever it is, MySpace.
Yeah.
videoediting.com.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Speaking of that, I know that I used to go down to the Paran market, get my veggies, and I saw my old media teacher from high school, and she was just like fixing up carrots.
Hedger? Was it Hedger?
Was she hot?
No,
We had a.
no, she was a fair bit older, obviously,
Yeah.
whatever. But
Sounds hot.
yeah, but anyways, point is, she was just like doing like fixing up the carrots and stuff at the greengrocers. Like she worked, she was like
Yeah.
a veggie handler. So like her, either she just got sick of teaching, which is obviously completely possible, or just the technology changed so much that her media
She's
course,
like, do I retrain or do I?
Or do I
Yeah.
carrots?
I like carrots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomatoes.
Carrots don't stink. They don't have sexual desires for me.
But the
They
whole-
don't,
So
you
she
know
went
what I
from
mean?
multimedia to multifedia.
well,
it is.
the whole program then was like, most of it was based around analog photography, like darkroom studies, and then I remember like we'd do video editing, and it was like all on videotape,
Yep.
and like how you edited videotape.
I
And
mean,
it's like,
the principles
it's all completely
still, the
different.
principles are still there, but yeah, it's not the same, mate. It doesn't take the same amount of time. I remember when I was in the animation course, and there was a guy teaching 2D comics, and for the first 2 weeks of this course, he spent the whole time going, I just don't understand why you're even bothering trying to get into doing comic art, because it's really competitive. And he's like, fucking like, completely dissing out the industry, how it's whole fucked and you can't get a job. And we're like, well, you got a fucking job. You're fucking teaching us how to do it. Shouldn't you be lying to us? It was one of those times where I could feel my money being wasted. I could actually feel it being wasted.
Yeah.
And,
That's unfortunate, because a 2D story, that's the part of storytelling. Like that would be the perfect course to go, look, you don't need the bells and whistles. You can do it all in a 3-panel comic. You can tell a whole story.
Like Fred Bassett.
Fred Bassett.
Yeah.
A dog walks into a room
A ball shop and
then
says,
what's with the balls?
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a
And
Fred Bassett?
then the last panel is Fred Bassett's balls hanging behind him. And he's like, you're old.
No, that'd be
What's
funny.
with the balls?
No, a Fred Bassett comic is like, he goes into a ball shop, he sees the balls, and walks
Then they
out.
buy the balls.
Yeah, then they buy the ball.
It's like he looks at the ball funny, and then they buy the ball for him, and they go, "Oh, Fred."
Yeah. Duh, Fred.
But that says everything in 3 panels.
Yeah, but then,
Fred is like a dog that gets it. That's us. And it's the owner.
yeah, but you want to get onto like the Phantom. You want to get onto the Phantom shtick, right? Where you've got maybe 150,000 comics already pre-done, and then the Herald Sun says we want to commission, the Phantom to be exclusively in the Herald Sun for a comic strip on Sundays.
Yeah.
And he goes, all right, I'll give you 4 panels at a time.
Yeah, the last night.
There's 800 panels per comic. This dude he's hooked into the game, right? So they go before, like you go in there and you just go, oh, the Phantom's riding a horse. He's going up to a mountain. Something's about to happen. Tune in next week.
And so we do know how popular the Phantom is.
Yeah, that's right. We all know big comic runs the world.
What were they called? Syndicated Press, I think they were actually called. The universe that he was.
Yep.
It's like a corporate universe. So you got the Marvel universe, you got DC, which has got Superman and Batman, and then you've got incorporated syndication.
Did Phantom ever cross with your Marvels or your DCs?
No, Phantom was Drake the Magician. I think the something similar to the Wonder Twins.
I see.
Yeah, you see. Yeah.
So like
the Amazon woman.
So a photocopy of a photocopy of a
What-
photocopy.
no, but what was-
you get your Amazon woman.
There was an old cartoon on the breakfast television.
Yep.
Agro's Cartoon Connection. It had the Phantom in it.
It did, didn't it?
And it had Flash Gordon.
Yep. Flash Gordon was
Flash
part
Gordon,
of it.
yes.
And it had
Mandrake.
Yes.
Mandrake, the magician.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
right. And
Wasn't there a Scooby Doo dog like
maybe. Oh yeah, maybe.
Super Pup?
Oh, super.
Some
there
kind
was a
of
super pup.
I can't remember what that was.
Puppy power. Who used to, when
Guardians
he
of
used to
the
transform.
Universe. Guardians of the Galaxy. Or
yeah, something like that.
something
Yeah.
like that.
I don't know.
Anyways, he was in something that wasn't just him.
Violet Crumble, Crunchy. Which one would you choose?
Hey, how about this? Talking about pets. Internet outrage by Instagram model who tattooed her pet cat. February the 1st, 2021. So it's
See what happens. What happens to you? Like, there's you tattoo your pedo, right?
Oh, can I just do north,
Oh, east.
West.
south? It's the
the
news.
news. Is it?
I'll start again. Internet outrage.
I heard ya.
Internet outraged by Instagram model who tattooed her pet cat.
Well, what did they tattoo on it? A picture of a dog.
Let's find out because I haven't read it yet. So it's more about the
Just the
the
title.
title.
Yeah.
The headline.
So is there outrage from catos and doggos?
I would say so. But she's coming. Elena Ivankaya.
Fucking Taya.
Ivanika Kaya.
I've won a Kikaya
A
here too.
fitness enthusiast and Instagram model.
Yeah.
No, the world's over.
Okay.
The world
Nah.
is fucking over. That's a job. Okay?
Yep.
First sparked controversy in 2017 when she announced that she had her pet hairless cat Yasha. Fuck me, that's a sentence that rides on too long. She had it tattooed and even posting photos of her sedated, the animal, being sedated during the procedure.
Oh, okay.
Because you can't.
Did they tattoo hair onto
Here's
it?
the thing: a cat does not respond well to
Pain.
Yeah, needles. So you got to really knock them out hard.
Yeah.
Lots of catnip.
Lots of catnip.
Yeah. Now, is catnip good or bad? I just can't ever
I
figure
don't
that
know.
one
What
out.
is it? A racial slur?
I don't know. Oh yeah, that as well. Her decision was labelled as animal cure. Fuck me. Mark that for-
No, I'm not marking it.
Her decision
Animal
was
cruelty.
labelled as animal cruelty.
I want
and
to
caused so much outrage, Tim, that the whole story eventually made international news, headlines, and podcasts.
Okay, so I want to compare this to you can't tattoo your kids, right? And because you got your fair,
Shouldn't.
You shouldn't. But surely there's a tattooed baby out there. I've had this since me birth, right? Some people have got tattoos, right? But weren't they tattooing earrings on kids for a little while there?
Maybe.
A while back. I thought they were in the 80s.
Oh, really?
I think that was a thing.
Wow.
I could have made it up. It could have been one of my fucking fantastical dreams.
I think you're thinking of the Holocaust.
So you can't tattoo them. You can't tattoo your pedos.
Don't get tattoos. But instead of backing off and letting things blow over,
She double tat.
Ivana Vakaya
Yeah, I do too.
defended her decision and continued to post photos of the tattooed feline on her social media posts.
Turned out it was just her pussy.
Those pics once again went viral,
Okay.
just like her
pussy.
recently, and people are once again showering with it. They're fucking showering.
Golden
her.
showers.
They're piling on her.
Yeah, okay.
Doesn't say Tim and Sean and listeners about what the tattoo was, whether or not it's real, or whether or not this is a worldwide
Psyop.
trolling. Yes, I don't think that ever happened.
No, really?
I don't reckon that ever happened.
I think you say that about a lot of the news stories you read out.
I try to. You got to have an open mind, but also a skeptic mind.
That's right. One thing that
Where do you
I
draw the
would
line,
like to
though?
be skeptical of, that I can't be because apparently it's real, is the new edition of these new jeans. I think you've seen them. They come pre-printed with a dark stain around the crotch area, so they look like they're pre-wetted.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, so that goes back into the archives, right? So a while back there, it's interesting because you weren't part of the cast while we were talking about this, but one of the previous jobs my wife had, one of the warehouse blokes. So we're going down the ladder of rank here. In one of the warehouse blokes.
How dare you?
Bank. No, no, but he was always pitching ideas to the gals in the typing pool.
Yeah.
And one of his ideas was what he called and what we coined. I think he even called the podcast that was the Pissy Pants.
Right.
And that he wanted to and did make a couple of prototypes.
Pre-stained.
Pre-pissed pants.
Piss pants.
He really did.
Pre-pissed pants.
This
He
is-
really
this
did.
is straight.
So when you sent that to me with these jeans, which look like ink stains, but you can tell it's wet, like some wet stains. And he was like, his logic was, so if you're on a train, if somebody's coming up to you and you're wearing the pissy pants, they fucking leave you alone. All right, but it's a deterrent. It's a social deterrent.
That's one aspect of the business. There's sales
He was
pitch.
he was going regularly into Sexyland.
Sexyland's the place to
He was
be.
pitching Sexyland. He wanted them to get on board.
With the piss pants.
So either. So this is the thing. Be careful what you wish for, right? So we put things into the ethos.
Yeah.
And like you've heard
We do it all the time.
The podcast, like we're doing it right now. We're saying stuff, and then before you know it, we'll be texting each other, going, "Get this." They are fucking dogs are hugging people. So get this.
Tattooed
He
cats.
says, "I
aren't
love
they?
you."
Look at all these tattooed cats.
Yeah, look at them all. And then we're always this is future predicts, but that's a complete reversal because it was on the podcast, and then you've discovered it. It's come back into play, and I don't know, Pissy Pants.
I don't think it was called Pissy Pants, but I know that if it's like first maybe 30 podcasts, so we're going way back.
Yeah,
in the time
but
machine.
like this is the thing, right?
This is how long
So
it takes
you
to get a business up and go.
It does, but what I was saying is, if you put it out into the collective consciousness, someone's going to pick up on it later. So he was on. So as soon as you say a dumb idea, you're actually onto a good thing.
Free
because-
money for everyone.
right?
Just saying that.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to be all for that, but universal basic income comes
Yeah.
with no strings attached.
That's the universal income.
What,
I
they're going
want.
to cut our
Yeah.
puppet strings, are they?
Because
I
it's
don't
not
think
going to
so.
work like that. It's going to be like, yeah, we'll give you money, but
But you
But you got to wear these pissy pants.
Pissy pants.
Wear these.
Exactly these products.
Woolies. And
What are you going to do? What are you going
Bunnings.
to do in the future when it is that it's all centralized and you don't want for anything because it's all there, and you won't need anything because it'll be right there. The great reset,
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, all that's available is pissy pants.
Yeah.
I'll take
Right.
them.
You wear them?
I'll take that.
I'll take that. Did we say how much they were?
$77.90.
Really?
That's what I would go retail. Recommend a retail.
You know that
Oh,
they
that's
would
that's
be.
the that's the wholesaler's price. I'd say
They're designer, so you're going to be paying extra.
100% markup on $77.90.
You're not getting a designer pair of jeans for under $300.
There you
No.
go.
So you're looking at paying over $300 for pre-piss pants.
Exactly. No, but you're saying
Oh, can we-
pre-pissed, but they stay pissed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can go and piss on a whole bunch of jeans, but
Yeah,
by the
but
time
like,
it gets to
okay.
market,
No,
it's
but
all
like-
dried up. I need my pissy pants to remain pissed.
What if it's
Oh,
like,
yeah, yeah.
what if we get a celebrity, right? And then
celebrity
Cher,
piss.
like Cher,
Oh, yeah.
she pisses because she's always coming up with innovations.
Is that the only celebrity you
No,
know?
because she came up with the innovation of the like, if you believe in love,
And she was wearing
She
like
was using
masking
it.
tape.
Yeah, she used it, right? And now there's a whole industry that's built off the auto tune, right?
Yeah.
So you just go. It's almost like Britney Spears
How dare you.
does a fragrance or something like that.
Yeah.
You get to smell like Britney Spears is. Britney Spears what?
Hey, leave Britney alone, I'm telling you.
Sure, okay. Free Britney. But I'm saying that like, okay, so you get a pair of Justin Timberlakes, right? So
It's
it's
Justin
a
Timberlake's piss.
really tight jeans, but it's
And it has a
Justin's
bit of
piss.
and it has a bit of like a smell on it as well.
That's it. Ode de toilette.
Like you're talking about Goop. Who's Goop? Gwyneth
Gwyneth
Paltrow's.
Paltrow.
This candle smells like my pussy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's sold out.
It did.
did.
She
Yeah,
totally
that's-
sold out.
like her pussy.
We did it, boys. We did it.
But but talking about that, that voice,
Sure.
and the AI musicians, and the way of the world and the future and whatnot. And
Sure.
I was thinking that advent of the auto tune,
Sure.
as you know, as amazing it's like an iconical
Curse.
It's like this era's like thing, you know, like
Yeah,
the
next
80s
to-
had Roland,
Mumble rap.
had the Juno synth and whatever, and now
Yeah, and then
this
the '90s,
generation-
the '90s and the early 2000s
Had the
had the
MPC.
people where the people were going like they're just about to fall off a cliff.
But they were good times. I used to look back on those times and cringe, and now I think they're spectacular. But that's such
Sure.
is the nature of nostalgia.
Sure.
But we've been engineering the extinction of musicians like themselves, like
absolutely.
Cher doing the auto tune thing seemed innocent enough at the time, but
Taking jobs away from real singers.
well, eventually, I think we've mentioned this in another podcast. How previously, how we're potentially setting this scene where the style of music, if it was to be made by an artificial like algorithm, it would be acceptable already because the voices already sound computerized. Like
Yep.
the humanized aspects of the music sound dehumanized, and we did that to ourselves
Yep.
before the artificial.
Yeah, it's
musicians
easier
came.
to just get a real computer to do it.
Right? Well,
Yeah.
it wasn't, but now it is.
Now it is.
Now, we did talk about, and this is like we were talking about, mention something and it bloody well happens.
Yeah, sure.
Well, another one we did. we mentioned,
Here we go. Is this a update?
It's an update.
Another one
Update.
does it.
So we
Another update.
mentioned the artificial intelligence musicians.
Yep.
The artists that are basically computer programs
Yep.
that are smart enough to be creative.
Are you talking about a pianola? Because that's the first one.
Yeah, that's right. But these ones basically take all the data and all the songs in the world, and like you can like they have like
Or
they
analysis.
put every Nirvana song into this AI and say make a Nirvana song, and it writes a new Nirvana song.
So my science project is, or is it Weird Science?
Weird
where
Science.
Where he makes the girl.
Yeah.
He makes that hot woman in red.
Yeah, well, I was talking about that today, but while you look up your notes
So
there,
you
I was-
feed everything into the computer and
No,
you
well, you get a
perfect
shredder
song.
and you plug the shredder into the modem, and then all of a sudden she magically appears coming out of the bathroom. How does that work?
Lightning.
Yeah. So there's a few artificial intelligence musicians
Sure.
now, like actual artists.
Oh, God.
Maybe
Kanye
you
West.
can look them up, play a couple of instances of it. But there's one called Yona. There's one called Moni. Yona's like, it's really quite, it's quite spooky actually to listen to. But there's even AI artists. In 2018, a painting generated by an AI collective sold at Christie's auction for $432,000.
See, it's Banksy all over again.
Yeah.
Right? So that
I thought you were going to say CC. It's CC Music Factory.
I love
Factory,
CC
okay.
Music Factory.
So did I. But the idea that we never see the people that make it. We never see the people that buy it. We only see the people that auction it.
No,
Right?
that's right, yeah.
So it's like virtually made, virtually acted out, virtually bought, virtually not real.
And so you're putting a value on your shitty art.
I think the art exists, but then in order to push the
Agenda.
no, in order to push the AI forward and to get people to sort of like pay attention, you go, someone bought that for $2 million.
You got to put a value on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as you put a value on it, someone else wants it. Like that.
They want it.
Like that Wu-Tang album. There was only one of them.
Yeah.
And it was a $1 million Wu-Tang album. That's
And the
only
buy-
one
and-
copy.
But yeah, but then the guy he sold it to is a complete fuckwit.
Yeah, he stole all the retirement fund or whatever and bought this fucking shit Wu-Tang album. Which is all their B-side.
You got to get that. Yeah, you got to get that.
You get that.
Yeah. So where do we go from there, though, Seanos? Because, is there anybody that is on now? Do you think is fully AI? Are we already submerged in an AI environment? Well, we find out like maybe Eminem died 20 years ago. And it's just everything is...
His career did.
Zing!
Am I right?
You're pretty much
Because
right.
Eminem was sick in the 90s, 99.
Slim Shady was sick. Eminem was never good.
No, and as soon as he gave up all the Vicodin and all the drugs,
yeah, they truly were helping him.
They were really good.
They were working
the
for
speed
him.
of the rhymes, and the concentration on the lyrics,
dexterity. No, he's very good. But I have heard a glint of this AI generated stuff, and there is a Eminem generated AI using the same method you're talking about.
Yeah,
and it's pretty uncanny.
Yeah, it is uncanny. Eventually, that like you say, like an artist could just record all their stuff up until their prime, and then just keep producing music
algorithm.
from
Okay,
there.
so can we get another? Can we get Thriller 2 then?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, what
Can we?
about what about this? A place that doesn't exist anymore is Caribbean Gardens or Caribbean Gardens, however you want to do it. But there used to be a mainstay. And it was AI music, basically. It was one of these music machines.
Was he?
Well, he had the koala that played the drums.
Oh, a little Aussie guy.
And he would do the cymbals.
Oh, so he simulated a whole band by pressing a pedal there and hitting a hi-hat.
And throughout history, there's many examples of like these
bad drummers.
Well, these music machines, like the pianola, like I was saying before, and you know.
My body talking.
Can you hear my body shouting?
Can you hear?
Body talk.
My body talking.
So is that the start of it? Like
Oh, like similar to the clotheslining is to the stealing of the thing. The beginnings of AI is one man doing all the jobs. Lenny Kravitz, if you will.
No,
Lenny Kravitz was
the beginning of the end of the musician and the band is.
Well, yeah, because with the Lenny Kravitz thing that I was just talking about is that they refused to let him release his album because he had to do film clips and stuff. They said, no, you've got to have a band. He's like, I want to do it all myself. I want to play the drums. I want to play the bass. He wanted to cut out the entire band. He basically wanted to simulate the band that he had in his mind, and that's the kind of the birth of Like it's making the impossible band. You're not going to get 8 Lenny Kravitz on stage at one time.
No, and you know what
It's
you
hard
have to
to
pay
try.
for the splitting. The genius behind Lenny Kravitz is like, I'm playing four bar blues, isn't he? 12-bar blues, basically 12-bar rock blues, and you can play that drums, bass. I could probably learn that within a week how to play. Thinking positivity, boom, 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 boom. Right, and then you just get all the money from it, like because the Beatles have to
pay
split.
anyone.
Yeah, the Beatles have to split those royalties up.
But even then, like
Yeah,
he
they
would have
had to
only
give
had
Ringo
to play
some.
session
They had to give Ringo
musos
some.
and paid session and touring musos and Lenny Kravitz money at the time. That
Writing
would have been
credit,
bugger all.
writing credit though, writing.
He wouldn't have had to have given that up.
No, but he gets it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's the gateway to AI domination is like singularity. Take all the other musicians out of it. It's like dumbing down the music industry to create a techno.
Exactly. Yeah. It already creates. The
we've already got
conditions where
techno.
it's-
What
it's
else?
acceptable?
Yeah.
Would the simulation be able to, I don't know, invent a new style of rap that's not mumble rap and like a unique flow?
Yeah,
like Eminem
okay.
had a unique flow, Snoop had a Dre, Ice Cube, all these legends of the field. The reasons they're legends is because they sounded different. And as soon as you hear an Ice Cube song, you know that's Ice Cube, you know that's Eminem, you know that's Dr.
it's
Dre. You know
distinctive.
that's distinct. Thanks, Sam.
Yeah.
Will an AI be able to create that?
Innovation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because it's all about repetitive patterns.
1,000 monkeys typing on a
Repeatable patterns within a certain time frame, and it would definitely be able to find obscure patterns that we can't. But whether or not we would be able to,
Hear them.
or enjoy them to
relate to it. Yeah.
as it maybe it might, but
But how
No,
did you,
'cause
how
you'd
did
have
you
to
know
put-
that I would relate to Eazy-E?
No, because you'd have to put the aggression of Eazy-E, the linguistics of Eminem, with the street cred of Rakim.
But with the beats of Drain. Now you've got yourself a computer simulation that I'm listening to.
Yeah, totally.
But then there's the thing that, that every time, growing up or listening to music, when we really got down with things and identified with it, it's because of the life experience that's gone into that music. Generally, that's what really pulls at the heartstrings or gets you down and like a clown when you can relate to it from a life experience perspective. And we've discussed that it's one of the beauties of music. That's just a really subtle reminder that you're not alone. That those the echo chamber of crazy thoughts and feelings inside your head, inside your chest.
So where do we
somebody
go?
else has felt that too, and some of the best ways to sort of get
relate
is in music.
Yes.
Yeah. So how are you going to connect to a simulation?
I know. Well,
we're slowly becoming computers. So yeah,
with the Neuralink.
Just go get it, everyone. Brilliant.
Yeah, well, I just don't think it's the first version of everything. So the 1.0 of anything, even the music simulated, it's still 1.0 of a simulation. So
we're miles in though, man.
But think about everything as one. It's like it's 1.0 of everything. You can't have everything that we experience now. Like you can't sit down and bloody eat a bloody steak.
Sure.
The steak's not the steak. The steak is a culmination of events, like uncountable, unspeakable events from billions of years ago. Every little thing that's happened to make the conditions that made you, that made the grass that the cow ate, and
then
become
getting it
the
on a
cow.
truck.
That sounds like a very expensive steak.
But that's the thing.
The fact that they can get the steak
This
to
is
us
the
for
thing.
$8 is amazing, or
This
whatever.
is my
What
point.
I mean?
Labor.
Everything is that expensive. Like the fact that we're here talking now, like we take it for granted that we're here and that this is us kind of thing. It's like you are the result. Everything that we're experiencing now is the result of such a process, such labor, such mining of the universe that everything that we experience is of such value. It's golden.
Built on the back of bloody generations. This room with the microphones and the...
So
Talking billions of years.
So whether you're eating corn out of a can, or whether you're growing the corn yourself and eating it and going, that's good corn.
Yeah.
It's innovation.
But just
farming to put the corn in a row, and water and irrigate it. That's an innovation that exploded the world's population.
But that's just happened, in a couple of our lifetimes. It's perceivable. But just sort of expressing, do we really understand the true value and essence of our moments?
Of a corn kernel.
Okay,
No.
so
The-
then,
the
but then,
work.
so okay,
No, we
so
don't.
is that opening
No.
the floodgates? So if you simulate something that's organically ours, which is music, then you're opening the floodgates to organically simulate everything else that's organic.
Are you talking
Yes.
about
Man.
transmusicalism?
Yeah, I think we're going there.
Transhumanism, musicalism.
Trance music.
There you go. Now let's put some trance in there.
No, that makes sense.
Well, I think with that, usually when we start making up our own transhumanize, I can't say it.
No.
Transhuman
Izations.
musicality. We'll have to work on this
Yeah,
for next
yeah.
week.
We'll have a meeting. after
Good,
that.
good. Please let's have at least an hour meeting on that.
Yeah, at least. Well, look. Yeah. That's perfectly fair enough. It's perfectly fair enough.
That I'm wrapping it up.
Yeah, that you wrap it up here.
Good.
Because it feels like it's wrapping up, doesn't it, folks?
It does. Who wants to listen to anyone for more than an hour?
Anybody that's listening to this podcast, because you just did.
And we have to thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
And we
absolutely.
wish you'll listen next week.
Yeah, don't bank on it. That puts me under unnecessary pressure.
It does. Sean, I've got to say once again, a big. He's done it again.
Has he?
He rocked up. He came correct.
I don't know how much I'm going to edit you out this time.
A lot.
Hey. That's not. That's not here nor there.
No, do you think we're funnier on the phone than we are on the
Now,
pod?
our text messages are way funnier than us.
Yeah.
Because we seem to go real sciencey on this.
We're
But it's
doing
all
technology,
Shit, it's all shit
if you will.
and piss
Okay.
on the text thread.
Is it?
All right, we'll drop the valve. Okay.
Okay,
All right.
drop the valve. All right, yeah, cool. Well, thanks for listening. This has been Turnstyle Records. Has it?
No.
This has been.
Fuck. Start again.
How are you? Thank you. Welcome
Welcome
to
to Jumping the Turnstile on Jezbot.
No. Thanks for listening. This is Jumping the Turnstile. I'm Timmy Taco.
And I'm Sean Enough.
And I'm Jezbot.
Peace be with you,
You had to do it.
and also with you.
Oh, yeah.
They hop, they duck, they climb. They go through two at a time.
Jumping the turnstile. Jump the turnstile.
Jump the turnstile.
Leap over the turnstile.
Hop over the turnstile. I had to take me. It was like a ninja. Jumping the turnstile.
And it's no small thing.
People have jumped the turnstile. I definitely jumped the turnstile.
Jumping.
The turnstile.
I definitely would do it once, twice. I would do it over again.
Whenever I believe I don't have to do it, but I do it, I get away with it.
And there was no one there, so I figured it'd be just easier to jump the turnstile.
I've jumped some fairs in my day.
I definitely jumped the turnstile a few times.
Jumping.
Turnstile, instead of just paying the $2.25.
That little technique, I pull the turnstile back. Like that, boom, boom. My upper body is not moving, just my leg.
Jump the turnstile.
Jump the turnstile.
The turnstile. We are the antibacterial wipes. This don't even look sanitary.